I don't know. He's probably not going to come.
No, he's here. He's got his MAGA hat and everything. He's been calling people fags in the chat. He's
hear me?
You know, he's ready to go.
Hello?
Nick, are you smaller or taller than Ben Shapiro? Give us the straight. What's your full height, weight?
Spit in my
6'9",
mouth.
What's the deal with the pumpkin on your show that you made it so giant to make you look even smaller than you actually are? Was that a good idea or a bad idea?
Actually a joke. You probably wouldn't understand. You're not.
I don't
funny.
get why do you care if I'm funny or not? Why does it matter? What does the relativity of humor have to do with anything in the world right now? Obviously, there's things that I don't think are funny. I tried. Did you watch the new Adam Sandler movie, Hubie Halloween?
No, I don't watch that. I don't watch Adam Sandler.
Okay. I didn't find that funny. I tried watching it, but I'm not going around making it a big part of my personality about whether or not I like Adam Sandler.
Aren't you a comedian?
Yeah, I'm a successful comedian. I've been doing it for 15 years.
You have 2,000 viewers. Huh? I have 10,000 viewers. I'm 22. How old are you?
You have 10,000 viewers on your... Because my audience are actually productive people. My audience are productive people who don't have time to sit around and watch this stupid live stream. They watch and listen at home. They watch later. You know...
Look, I like to let the viewers and the money do the talking, but you're highly successful.
I've been very successful. I've had tremendous success on television, which is a much broader, much bigger, more profitable way to go about expressing yourself.
2008. That was funny in like 2008.
You missed the announcement that I have a new. Excuse me. You missed the announcement. I have a new show coming on Showtime starting November 8th called Moonbase 8. That's Showtime. It's a paid service. Your audience won't be able to afford it. Like Dylan. But starring John C. Reilly and Fred Armisen. That will be running November 8th. So I continue to get tremendous work from the
Showtime. I think my parents have a Showtime subscription. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask
Well, when
them.
you come up from the basement to watch in their living room, you can check it out.
I will. When I come up from the basement, I will ask them if they have Showtime.
He laughed. He thinks you're funny.
You got to think I'm funny, buddy. You've got to be amused by me. You've got to be impressed with my wit.
It's actually funny. That's actually what I do.
You do, yeah. So where's all the hate coming from, Nick? Why can't you just be it seems like your side has won. Now, I don't know who's going to win the presidential election. It doesn't look good for Donald Trump. But you guys can't seem to be satisfied with anything. When are you going to admit that you've already won, but nothing's gotten better for your audience? You're a propagandist.
Dead.
And the audience, your audience, their lives haven't improved.
The wall's still not built for some reason.
You don't even know who my audience is. Who are you talking about?
Believe me, I know who your audience is. I don't know what they look like because they hide behind these ridiculous anime Pepe.
Well, yeah, because if they faces, you would tattle on them to their employers like you did to Baked Alaska. You go on Twitter and you tag their employer and say, oh, this person is anti-Semitic. Could you fire them from their job?
I didn't say that. Why don't you tell me? Why don't you tell your audience? Why don't you tell your audience what I actually said instead of hyperbolizing it?
What you actually tweet about? You tagged YouTube and YouTube.
Doug, you are not happy.
You said
this. I heard a big sigh.
Oh, that was me. That was me.
Oh, that was you. I'm sorry.
I'm just bored with this dude.
Right? Why even give this guy attention? I mean,
I think the audience. It's like the audience.
No, it's
the audience. Let
him go.
I have to fess up. I told that his fans that if they raised $400 in the chat, we would put them on.
Well, no. You know what? I get accused of silencing people. I get accused of canceling people. I want you to understand, Nick, that I don't have that control because either.
Why did you tag YouTube then? If you weren't trying to get him kicked off YouTube, why did you tag YouTube and YouTube support on Twitter? You're a verified account.
Yeah.
You know they'll see it if you're a verified account. Why would you tag them if that wasn't your intention?
Oh, my intention is entirely to let people know that what I saw, the harassment of that woman, as a user of YouTube, as somebody that uses the platform, I said this earlier in the show, is something that I find disturbing.
Nick,
okay?
did you say?
So,
Nick,
but did that have any effect on whether he was pulled? What about the macing? What about the macing?
Hitting a guy with his car. Nick, I want to ask you. Did you say Baked Alaska is a runaway slave, and Tim and Vic are house N-words chasing him down?
Yes, that is exactly how it is.
Why did he delete it though? Why did he delete it then?
Yeah. Why did I delete it?
Is that cowardly?
No, probably because it would have.
Why did you say the Jews will not cancel the year of Baked Alaska? Why do you call us Jews? What is that about?
What is the problem with being Jewish? I'm not Jewish. Vic's not Jewish. Matt is.
You're acting in a subversive manner to oppress.
Why don't you call us Jews now then?
Yeah, call me a Jew.
Call Tim a Jew.
Call me a Jew, Nick.
Are you Jewish?
Huh?
Why are you asking now, though? Why don't you just call us that?
Yeah, what? First of all,
call us a Jew. It's an insult, right?
Why is it being Jewish an insult to you, Nick?
It's not an insult. That's just how you are. It's descriptive.
But you don't seem to have a high opinion of me. You think I'm doing something wrong. You don't agree with what I'm doing, and you associate that with Jewish behavior. What's that about? Why is it a derogatory term?
Those are Jewish organizations. Are you not familiar with that?
What are Jewish organizations? The ADL?
The ADL, yeah. That is literally what they did it to me, the Zionist Organization of America.
Listen to you. Nick, you sound like the fucking John Birch Society, and all we try to do in a civil society is control that kind of rhetoric, because it's all it is hurtful. All it is destructive. You're an agent of destruction, Nick. You're not contributing to the success or the prosperity of this country. You're making people incredibly stressed and making people incredibly uncomfortable and angry. You are not a person who is encouraging any kind of communion or growth.
Here's a quote from Nick. Enough with the Jim Crow stuff. Who cares? Oh, I had to drink out of a different water fountain. Big fucking deal. Oh no, they had to go to a different school. And even if it was bad, who cares? It was better for them. It was better for us.
There you go. And you know what?
It's not worth engaging with losers like this.
Shame on you, Nick, because you were afforded every opportunity. I'm sure you're a white, privileged little piece of shit. And you have taken this road when you could have done it.
Yeah, you're Mexican. Yeah,
I'm a quarter Latino.
Of course you.
Good for you. Good for you. God bless it.
Of course you are, because you. Yeah.
God bless it. But you know what? You have chosen the wrong path, and you still have time because you're a young boy. I'm 45.
Your life is ruined, by the way.
You can change the course of your life. You can put the pumpkins away. You know.
Nick, Nick, did you march at Charlottesville?
We're pounding you with the pumpkin. You're getting pounded.
Nick, did you march at Charlottesville?
Vic, go for it. I mean, just go for it.
Did you march at Charlottesville?
Yeah.
What did you chant? What did you chant?
I didn't chant anything. The Tiki Torch was on Friday. I came on Saturday.
You always like kind of just tiptoe out of the thing. I was
cowardly.
There, but I didn't chant.
You're a coward.
Why were you there?
What are you doing there?
How was that cowardly? These are the facts. The Tiki Torch march was on Friday. I got there on Saturday.
And why did you go?
Okay, so that you were there the day that a dude drove down a path and drove over people?
Yeah, that happened currently with me being in the city of Charlottesville. I don't see
how did it feel in your heart? How did it feel in your heart when that woman was run over by patriots of yours, compatriots of yours?
Well, not really compatriots. I didn't know who did it. I mean, how would you feel that a Black Lives Matter person drove over Trump supporters in L.A. last week?
Hey, how'd that Boogaloo boy do shooting the cop? Is that one? Wasn't that one of your dudes?
Cops in Louisville. They shot two cops.
Nick, I got to talk to the Flaming Lips, but listen, man. I want to say you have time.
What do you think, Nick? What do you think of David Duke? Do you like David Duke?
Are you a David Duke head?
I've never met David Duke. I don't know David.
Baked Alaska.
You don't know? What are you, Trump? I don't know David Duke.
Baked Alaska told David Duke that he loves David Duke.
Well, David Duke helped him when he got maced in the eyes. I mean, if somebody's helping you when you get maced, I think that's the polite thing to say.
Nick, my message to you is this: you're a good-looking guy. You're young. You've got a lot of charisma because despite the booger eating we saw.
You're not funny,
which is disgusting. You have an opportunity to change the course of your life. You've got an audience. You can speak to that audience. Does it make you feel good when you have this audience that spends their time sending the most just disgraceful, disgusting, hateful language?
Of course it
Why?
Does.
Where's that from?
Because he likes to upset people. There's something wrong with his mind. Have you been?
Were you abused? Were you sexually abused? Were you physically abused?
I'm smarter than all of you put together.
How? But listen, Nick. A guy that says that is categorically not that because he just said it. What does that mean? What does that mean that you're smarter than all of us put together? Can you walk me through, dissect that?
You would know what it means.
Tim, he just got out of high school. This is the kind of thing that the kind of burns that the bullies use.
I want to give Nick a hug and say, listen, man.
I'm not a pedophile like your partner, Eric Wareheim, or whatever.
Nick,
which isn't true.
Nick,
we have been slandered by you, and one of these days it's going to go a little over the line, and you're going to get sued. Because you can't just go around calling people pedophiles with no evidence or no sort of justification for it. It's only used as a pejorative.
without evidence and justification. You and your crew are calling me all sorts of names.
Nick, what do you think about the Holocaust? Did it happen? Did the Holocaust happen?
Of course. I would never suggest otherwise. Of course it
Bullshit.
happened.
There's video of you saying that.
Saying what?
You're just lying. You're outright lying.
What?
You don't
saying
believe
what?
it happened. You don't believe it happened the way it happened in history, right?
Single video.
You dispute the facts.
That's not true.
So, how many Jews died in the Holocaust?
We've got Stephen ready to go.
10 trillion, or what's the latest figure? I don't know.
Just get this guy off the air.
Nick, I want to give yourself. I want you to give yourself a wedgie later tonight.
Yeah, I'm triggered, man. I'm triggered. Here we go.
I want you to give yourself.
I'm seething.
I love. By the way, can you clarify your stupid news report? By the way, in the back of your news report, did you notice this, Vic?
What?
There's every 3 seconds there's a shooting star going by. There's this shooting star going by in your animated nighttime city drop background.
Is that funny?
It's stupid. It's embarrassing that that's what you've got to work with. But would you go on the air and clarify that there was no campaign to get that idiot banned, and that there was no begging and there was no seething? I just want you to be straight with your audience.
Said at YouTube support. You tagged them twice. You tagged two different.
Good for me. Good for me. I should get a gold medal.
Did you see where he hit the guy?
Interesting person on the line. Let's let this.
Give yourself. Put your. What's that called when you put your head in the toilet and someone flushes it? Swirly. Give yourself a swirly. I'll pay for all the dry cleaning required to clean up afterwards. I'll get you a new haircut. Throw that stupid hat away. You're supporting a tyrant.
Goodbye.
I mean.